Have you committed a mistake in your past that has resulted in hurting another individual? It could have been due to peer pressure or social circumstances. But the question remains, today, right now, in your present, do you feel guilty about it? That's the dilemma faced by the protagonist of the movie Salute, Arun Karnagaran, played by Dulquer Salmaan. A mistake that he made in the past that haunts him in his present. A case that he can't let go. That's what the story of Salute is all about. As for the review, here's my take on it. Directed by Rosshan Andrrews, written by Bobby Sanjay, produced by Dulquer Salmaan and starring in his first police role, Salute was originally slated to be released in January directly to theatres. Unfortunately, it was postponed due to the third wave of COVID, and then Dulquer Salmaan announced on his social media handles that the movie will be released directly on the OTT platform Sony Live on March 18th. However, the producers decided to release the movie one day earlier amidst controversy, which I won't go into as this is a movie review. On Sony Live, the genre of this movie has been described as a crime thriller. But after having watched the movie, I would describe this as a crime drama because the story is about the drama surrounding a crime that happens at the start of the movie. The movie stars Dulquer Salmaan, Manoj Jayan, Bollywood actress Jayan Penty, Lakshmi Gopalaswamy, and Saniya Iyappan. Dulquer plays the role of Sub-Inspector Arun Karnagaran, an ideal, honest, honorable police officer. His elder brother is DYSP Ajit Karnagaran, played by the veteran actor Manoj Jayan. The story largely focuses on Arun Karnagaran's investigation of a murder case which his brother Ajit Karnagaran disapproves of. As a DYSP, Ajit Karnagaran uses his influence to prevent his brother Arun from investigating this murder case further due to political and personal pressure. Regardless of the obstacles he has to face, Arun will not and cannot let this case go. As I mentioned in the beginning, he feels guilty about a mistake he made in the past. That mistake was turning a blind eye towards the capture and punishment of an innocent man based upon the insistence of his brother DYSP Ajit Karnagaran. To right a wrong, to clear his conscience and to save an innocent man, Arun Karnagaran is trying his best to solve an old case that no one else seems to help or wants to solve. In fact, everyone wants him to let it go, especially his elder brother DYSP Ajit Karnagaran, which leads to a lot of friction between the two brothers. To be completely honest, I wasn't expecting much with this movie, but I certainly was looking forward to it when I saw the trailer and promos. But after having watched the movie, I have to say I am a little disappointed. This movie is 2 hours and 22 minutes long. For most part of the first hour, I was genuinely bored. The setup, the characters, everything kind of felt like they were spinning their wheels. Part of me kept saying, kind of let's go to the mystery, let's start the investigation. I kept, wondering when it's going to happen, but it took a long time to get there. Like I said, almost an hour until they finally got to the investigative bit. Now, if we were to compare this movie to the previous thriller directed by Rosshan Andrrews starring Prithviraj, I'm talking about Mumbai Police. What that movie realized and did smartly was that they quickly established the characters, but the focus was on the mystery surrounding the case that was being investigated, because the director and writer realized that that is the most important part of the story. Here, for some reason or the other, the director and writer are more focused on telling the drama surrounding the brothers and other characters and subplots, etc., which really does not contribute to the main story, which is the investigative bit about who this person is, the murder case, etc. For that reason, I wanted to tell the people on screen, please get to the point. Now, I don't want to give the impression that this is a bad movie. There are certainly worse movies out there. Dulquer does a great job in his first police role. The ever-dependable Manoj Jayan also does a great job as the disapproving elder brother who conspires and connives behind his brother's back. And director Rosshan Andrrews does a great job maintaining a mysterious mood throughout the entire runtime. But that's where the positives end. I largely blame the writers for this. It seems like they had a couple of ideas, but they couldn't really tie down on what they wanted to say with the story or what they wanted to focus on. There is Dulquer's dilemma on one side, then there is the murder case, then the conflicting view from his brother's side. There are so many varying characters and issues going on. You can't really focus on anything. There were subplots, there were other characters introduced into the story that really didn't contribute to the story as well. The biggest letdown was the case itself. Think about the best crime dramas or thrillers you've seen. What really stood out was your interest in the characters in finding the guilty party. And that is the issue with Salute. You find it difficult to care about the case. Like I said, there are several distracting factors introduced into this movie that kind of makes it difficult for you to focus on the case. Therefore, you find it difficult to care about actually capturing the guilty party. Finally, when you get to the climax and discover what this case is all about and who the person is, well, this is the expression I had on my face. It really doesn't matter, that's the feeling I got, because I kept telling myself, there's a silver lining at the end of this, put it aside whatever we're feeling right now, they're going to capture the guilty person and we're going to see a big twist or something like that. But finally they get to the end and it's sort of like, that's the feeling you get, the writers, the director, the actor, everyone is sort of like, doesn't really matter. Honestly, I was really, really disappointed, especially when I got to that climax. I just kept wondering, what was the point of all of this, if if this is what they're leading to, or was this an experimental sort of movie? I don't know. In short, I did not like this movie. It was a major disappointment for me. Okay, final thoughts and rating. With all the controversy this movie is creating for Dulquer, I kind of wish this movie was a lot better, or at least worth the controversy. Because a few years from now, no one is going to really remember this movie. No one is going to look back and say, wow, this was something special from Dulquer Salmaan. Dulquer Salmaan also produced this movie. I don't even think that he's going to look back and say that this is something unique or wonderful or anything like that, because it really, when you're done with the movie, I felt very empty, because you sit through 2 hours and 22 minutes. If there is something to take away from it, even I believe in the climax, if there's something more to offer, we could have at least felt like we'd seen something, or we felt like, oh, there is a thrilling aspect in this story or this investigative thriller, but it sadly feels flat at the end of it. Yeah, I mean, I know all of this sounds very negative, but I want to stress on something. This is not a bad movie, it's just a disappointing movie. You know what I'm saying? This, like, you would never look at this and say that this is a badly made movie, or this is a badly acted movie or anything like that, but it's disappointing for what it was meant to be, or way it was introduced in the beginning, and especially the promos and ads what they put out. This is supposed to be an investigative thriller. It didn't really thrill me, or I don't know. Generally, when I looked online, the review seems to be positive, so maybe I'm a minority over here. I don't know what you guys think. If you like this movie, of course, please share your feedback in the comments. I would love to read them. This is just my thoughts on the movie, and yeah, so I guess I'll go to the rating. My rating for this movie is 2 out of 5. If you got nothing to do, then you can play this movie and check it out. However, I feel like you're going to take a couple of days to watch this movie. You might see like 40 minutes of it, and then another 30 minutes, and then another 30 minutes. Those movies that you take a couple of days to watch it. That's how it is. I actually saw this because I wanted to put this review out there, so I kind of sat and saw it in one go. But most of the time I was actually taking up my phone and checking it out. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the movie. Again, if you like this movie, then please do share that feedback in the comments below. Like I said, when I looked online, I saw a couple of positive reviews. So I get the feeling I'm a minority on this one. But that's the way it goes. Everyone has a different perspective, and we of course live in a democracy, so everyone has a right to share their opinion and feedback. Yeah, so that's it. That's my review. If you like this video, then of course hit the thumbs up icon, and of course subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.